Hello and welcome to MourningStarStudios. This is the Central Nerdous System podcast. Whoa!
Awesome graphic.
Yeah, there's probably not going to be any graphic.
No,
The
it's
graphic
not.
is in the thumbnail. Take what you can get.
It's gonna go for nothing.
No,
Yeah.
maybe I'll edit it. Who knows?
Alright, so what we got to talk about today, John? What do we got to talk about?
First, let's introduce who's on our panel of discussionists.
Mm-hmm.
We have Tyler Benoit,
Sup?
Adam Dunlap,
Hello.
Tyler Colessa, who we'll refer to as Chico.
Hi.
Good old Chico.
Good old Chico.
And me, John. Hi.
Him.
That's it.
I revel in it. I revel in it.
Sound weird.
Yes, the
Right.
soundboard is gonna be great for this entire podcast.
Alright, so the first topic we have today is a relatively controversial one.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Hold on to your seats, gentlemen. What's better, League of Legends or Dota 2?
Dota 2!
I haven't played League of Legends, so I can't give my opinion on it. So, at the current moment, Dota 2, since it's the only one I played.
Alright, so what's, John, you're gonna be the deliberator here, so we got a League player on, Tyler Colessa over there, and then me and Adam is Dota 2, so you're gonna be deliberator.
You mean moderator?
Get it started off. Moderator, I forgot the word. Okay, give me...
Off
give me...
to a great start.
Alright, so John, start us off. Give us some questions here.
Alright, so I'm assuming most people clicking on this saw the title of League of Legends vs. Dota 2 and know about the game. But for those who don't know about each of them, especially me, 'cause I don't know much about League, we'll start with Chico. What is League of Legends?
Oh god. So basically, League of Legends is a MOBA. If you didn't know that, you probably knew that. But League of Legends,
What?
a MOBA, yes, a MOBA, massive online battle arena. If I am correct, which I
sounds
think
right.
I am. Basically. Basically, it's a game made by Riot Games, and they have esports, and it's really good, and it's really fun, and it beats Dota in the butt.
So it's basically like Fez.
No,
I've
no.
never
I know,
played
I
Fez.
know.
No.
I've never played Fez.
It's fun.
Adam played Fez.
It's coming soon. I just need to set up my Mediafire account.
Alright, now, who's one of you, how about Adam?
Damn it.
Yeah.
What is Dota 2?
So Dota
Fiction.
Don't screw this up,
2,
Adam. Don't screw this
or
up.
Defense of the Ancients 2 is a remake of the original Warcraft 3 mod, Defense of the Ancients, that has been reworked to get better graphics, better controls, and create an ultimately neutral game from the original mod. Developed by Ice Frog, who I love right now because he's been fixing things, and it's become one of the most watched esports in the past couple years, and currently has the biggest prize pool, which we will talk about later.
Adam, it
Alright.
came out in 2013.
So, Chico.
Technically, it came out 2013, but we all know it's been out longer than that because the stupid
Yes,
data
but
thing.
yes, but
The official
Official.
has been.
Official releases, who gives a damn? Alright, now Chico, why is Dota shit?
hey,
Hey, you'll get the similar question.
Well,
watch your mouth, moderator.
Dota is shit because League has been out for a longer time than Dota. I think even when Dota was in beta. League of Legends was originally from Warcraft 3 and hasn't changed since because it's just that good. They don't need to change shit. There's no League of Legends 2. We don't need that.
We don't need no
Our esports has been going on for longer, I believe, as well. They're in their 4th season now. I mean, they don't have such a big prize pool, but that's just because we don't donate to our prize pools yet. So,
Yeah.
Charity.
and Dota is shit because it's just dark and no colors and nothing. So yeah.
No colors.
Alright, so I'll go to the other side.
Go to
Tyler.
Tyler for this.
Yeah, Tyler.
And then
Why
I'll
is
talk
Dota
after
shit?
Tyler.
No. Why is League of Legends shit?
Well, I'm not. This is the way I work. I'm not saying League is not a bad game. I tell you that much. It's what started this MOBA genre. Hold on.
Take your time.
No, I know my mic died. No, but no, League is what started the MOBA genre, and basically what created this whole new genre of gaming, which is taking gamers by storm. So I give it credit for that, but there's always room for improvement, and that's why Dota 2 is here. It's here too.
Oh,
I'm not saying there wasn't room for improvement in League. They did patch.
No, I'll tell you why. I've played League, and I'll tell you why I don't like it. I mean, graphically, it's not as smooth as Dota 2, and I'm not saying it's not big. The graphics don't really bother me at all.
I honestly love the aesthetics of League. Like that cartoony feel, I absolutely love.
Oh,
It's like Borderlands 2, and I just
Yeah, I know. Borderlands 2 graphic style is really cool. The cartoonic 3D. But I think something about Dota 2. I think just the character design and the heroes is just a lot more. You can. I don't know. I just find there's a lot more character to them. They have a little more life in them, and I kind of connect with the characters a little more. And I don't know. I just think it's a little more competitive. I don't know. They're kind of really close in games. I just favor Dota 2 because, for one, it's a lot smoother. It's always usually works. When I remember League used to have some problems sometimes with a lot of people. Like it wouldn't start up when it first started. Dota 2, it's like you go right up. It's got a great menu screen to set all your stuff up. It's really simple. I mean, League gets a little complicated when it comes to like items, and it seems like it's like all over the place. Dota 2 kind of organizes it really simply for you. That's just my opinion.
All right, so you both have given your sides of why the other game is the worst abomination to ever exist in the universe. So I'm going to leave the floor open at the moment and let you two, or three actually, because Adam, you exist.
I do.
To discuss those points.
Battle of the Tylers.
Just go back and forth and see. Just go.
Well.
Oh, let's Tyler talk. I put my point across.
Yeah.
So.
Refute him.
I'm not. Okay, so I want to start with the smoothness of the game. I haven't noticed anything lately, but I've only been playing since about the beginning of season 3, so I don't know back before like season 1 and season 2. I don't know about any of that. Recently, it's been really good. I haven't noticed anything bad. The only thing that Riot kind of sucks at is their servers. There has been a lot of crashing of servers and games getting lost and all that.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I wouldn't say Dota is more competitive than League. I wouldn't say League is more competitive than Dota. They're both in their own respects very competitive. There's pro scenes for both of them.
Yes.
It's like comparing apples and oranges, kinda, but it's like comparing orange apples to apple oranges.
Really,
it's really close.
No, what it really I agree with you. What it really comes down to, as far as comparison, is what kind of aesthetics do you like more in a game?
Yeah, it's definitely more personal preference.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and mechanically, like, a lot with League, there's a lot more of mashing of abilities. Like, you can do abilities over and over again, and there's a lot more like that. Where Dota, there's a lot more of recovery time, and there's a lot more timing involved. And they're two different games as far as mechanics go sometimes, and graphically as well. So, like, in my opinion, I like the more, like, the detailed graphics when it's more, it feels dark, but I kind of like the dark aspect to it because it's just me. But like,
the darkness consumes. But
it also has like the darkish color. Like, as far as you look at the characters, there's a lot of detail put into them in that graphic sense. But in League, it's a cartoon aspect, and then if you don't like that, then you're gonna like Dota more. That's just how it works. Like, I love Borderlands 2 graphics, but I don't like League's graphics. I think it's just a little too outdated because they haven't really graphically changed it a lot since the game came out. But again, it's just personal preference.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, if the game's been going on this long and still popular, that's why World of Warcraft works so well. The graphics in World of Warcraft, graphics in World of Warcraft are nothing compared to the graphics of anything else. But yet people still play it, even though it's dying. People have still played it for such a long time. It's because graphically our games have gotten to a point where people, lot of gamers like don't even care about graphics anymore because the graphics are so good for a lot of games now compared to back in the day. It's really about the content, and that's just kind of how the personal preference comes in.
You have anything, Adam?
Well, considering I just watched the Kotaku League versus Dota thing, it actually turns out Dota, even if it's like slight little quirks, is actually a more complex game than League, because when the original Dota and League were being developed, when people moved off from the original Dota to work on League, they decided to take out things that they didn't think was needed, like a small thing such as the turn ratio. They completely took out of League. Like, you click on something, Tyler can attest to this, you click on something, you immediately move to it in League. Like, the movement is just like, boom, you move. With Dota, it actually takes a little time for your character to turn and move. And even if it's just like this slight little thing, it still makes a huge difference in everything that you do.
Oh, so it's like you're talking about like the speed it takes for them to get to another.
Yeah, like if you're moving like back and forth, you have in Dota your character turns and moves, where in League it's just like you click, instantly move over, and that like slight, yep. And so just thinking about that, it actually makes one game a little more complicated. And after doing that and after watching a couple international qualifier games, Dota seems like more of a waiting game. Like in League, you're just spam, I gotta do all this. And where Dota, you actually have to you have to sit, you have to wait for like a split second, like, okay, I have to do this.
Now go attack in.
Yep.
It's more time. But yeah, again, League can be like that too. There's just certain characters that have spamming abilities. That's where I'm going to kind of join with Tyler on that one.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree with that.
Again, both these games are that's why it's a huge rivalry, because it's really two really good games that were developed. Of course, one side can vouch the other, but in my opinion, they're both great games. Yeah. Some people could think otherwise. When some people that love League can say Dota sucks, or the other way around. But it's really, in my opinion, they're both really great games, and they're both they're similar in their own ways. So that's why this rivalry is so tense.
It's almost it basically is like the Battlefield Call of Duty rivalry. Like it's the same thing. They're both the same type of game, but it's
It's really
it comes down to personal preference. That's what I see it as.
Yeah.
Also, what did you technically grow up with? Like, Tyler got me started on Dota, so when I tried to play League with Chico, I'm just like, I don't understand.
Yeah, whenever I try to play Dota with you guys, it's a completely foreign game. I have no clue what I'm doing, but put me in League, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But
so if you master both, are you just like a god?
Pretty good.
I mean, mostly the argument for League versus Dota comes from the player base. It doesn't come from the professionals, because I mean, I know professionals on League that watch Dota and play Dota. So yeah, I mean, they're basically the same game. Is what it comes down to.
So you're basically saying that this argument is just mainly whiny bitching over brand loyalty.
It's like people.
It's like
everything.
Yeah, it's like politics.
Yeah.
This argument's basically politics.
Yeah.
It's like, you're stupid because you're stupid.
No, you're stupid because you're stupid.
You're stupid because you're different.
So that's really what it comes down to. But that being said,
but you're wrong.
That being said, we have $6.9 million in our international this year.
Yeah,
let's bring that up.
Yeah, let's
By
talk
the way,
about the
it is season
Adam.
4 in the competitive Dota. It's the international 4.
You've turned into a robot, Adam.
So it's season 4, but you said the game came out last year?
Officially, it was released.
So they were doing beta pro stuff.
Beta.
That's
Pro.
interesting.
That's why I find
it wasn't technically in beta. They were just like patching it, like giving it like, oh, this has a little bit of.
Was there beta in the title?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You need a key to get. You need to get.
Oh,
just like
I got my key when
It's
it was
like Hearthstone for a long time.
Yeah.
That's how it
Dota
was.
2,
It's just an
Little
open beta.
Puyo edition.
Yeah. But see, the thing, and we're going back to the, or not back to, but we're going forward to the prize pool topic. You had the opportunity to donate to that, right?
Yeah, so if people don't know, you could, for this current season, and I think last season as well, of the International, which is the big Dota tournament, you can buy this compendium for $10. And for every compendium that's bought, people add $2.5 towards the overall prize pool. And you'd get things like couriers, loading screens, HUDs, heads-up displays, and just like little quirky things. And also gave you a chance to watch all of the qualifier and the finals games in the tournament. And so currently, because so many people have bought this, we are up to $6.9 million for the entire prize pool of the tournament. And that's been completely fans just buying these, buying extra points, just adding to the prize pool.
Did anyone here contribute to it?
I didn't.
Okay, so Adam helped the cause.
Yeah, I added money.
Yep. So,
Awesome. I'm getting my Lieutenant Squawker soon, and my Mini Pudge. So screw you guys, I'm gonna have awesome couriers.
I'm gonna have Mini Pudge.
Mini Pudge!
I don't even like normal-sized Pudge.
No, Pudge is awesome. Don't.
He
Oh.
beats me up and hits
Pudge
me
Also-
with
does
hooks.
pull off some pretty awesome plays. I have to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah. But
Have
he
you
beats
ever
me up.
seen? Do you even know Dendy?
Dandy?
I don't. I only know.
Is it like
Pudge.
Dandy?
So-
Like Space Dandy?
No, God.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
People know
so-
Dota.
So, I mean, the one thing I have to say about that is that, you know, we haven't had anything like that. I mean, albeit I think it was like $2 million was still a pretty big prize pool
Yeah, that's still gigantic for
for five
video
people.
game.
5 people and you know, management. But I saw this on the League of Legends Reddit a couple days ago that they actually, like, the fan base actually wants to do something like that. They would love to have something like that. So I think it would be beneficial to League of Legends and Riot Games to implement something like that.
I think it'd be beneficial for esports in general because maybe like Super Smash Brothers can get a donation thing and get those tournaments to a lot of money. Because I know the competitive Smash Bros scene would absolutely love that kind of publicity.
Mm-hmm.
iRacing maybe, though I'm not sure offhand what iRacing their prize pools are. I know they're actually like officially recognized by NASCAR, so
Well,
that's kind of cool.
Smash Bros has started to become officially recognized by Nintendo, which is really sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like seeing like the competitive leagues being recognized by the game company and stuff, doing stuff with that and things and stuff.
Yes, stuff. So
things and stuff.
So John, what else do we have on our list here of topics?
One of the big things that I noticed was the rumor that YouTube is going to buy Twitch for $1 billion.
YouTube, don't get mad at me, but
All right. Let me just
As we
elaborate
post
first.
this on YouTube.
I believe it was it Variety? I believe it was Variety or something.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I heard it from a YouTuber.
I'll link to it in the description. We'll have links to all the topics we talk about today in the description below.
It'll be organized in a nice little table of contents for you.
Yeah, we'll have the table of contents for each event, and we'll also have all the different articles. So I'll link to that one when I edit us all together. But the rumor is that YouTube wants to purchase Twitch for $1 billion. Both parties were asked about if this was true, and they both refused to comment.
Which means that it's true, most likely.
Yeah. So I think the big thing is.
No!
Well, we'll have to get another podcast member.
Oh, he's good.
We're good.
All right.
We're good. I didn't get Mark Roberts.
So the big question is, one, is this a good thing or a bad thing And two, like, what are the different things that could come out of this?
So
I'll open the floor.
it's a good and a bad thing, depending on how YouTube goes about this. So it could be a good thing if they decide to keep like Twitch's attitude about IP infringement and all of that, and they like start trying to tweak things and make it just like they keep Twitch how it is, just like add little influences, like tweak the website a little bit, yada yada. Could be bad if they decide to push their IP and all that nonsense onto Twitch, where everyone would just get screwed. And
well, I think it'd be. I'm on the fence about it as well, but I mean, if it was in a good way, what they could do is if they were to combine Twitch and YouTube, say on YouTube that live streaming would be a very, very dominant thing, because right now the biggest market in YouTube is game commentary. I mean, the top YouTubers, if you look in the top 100, if you take out all the stupid music channels, like the Vivo channels, basically a good, it's in the, who is it? Game Theory's guy. Yeah, Game Theory.
Yeah, MatPat is very up there. PewDiePie is of course
PewDiePie's number one. So yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying in the top 100. But no, PewDiePie and all them, like again, a lot of them aren't good. Sometimes they are good. It just depends, but it's still one. Yeah, it's one of the most dominant forces right now, and it's the most simplest, because you want to know why. It's because so much content can be released every day, and there's enough of it to go around. And there's so many games, but sometimes it gets overplayed and it gets overdone. But combining Twitch with YouTube, that could be the good way for a lot of those people, because they can live broadcast, and it would gain more revenue for both for YouTube. But if they can,
Because so far all YouTube really has in terms of live streaming is Google Hangouts.
Yeah, we all know how good that works.
I mean, there are some, and I mean, I watch it most of the time. I used to watch on Twitch, but now I watch on YouTube just because of the auto adjust on the quality. But League of Legends streams their championship series on YouTube as well as Twitch and Azubu and all that other stuff. But I mean, the one thing that people have to understand that I don't think they've been looking at is that Google actually owns YouTube, and that means that Google infrastructure and web support and all that other stuff that comes with Google, the name, is going to be added onto Twitch, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're taking a company that
owns everything.
They're big.
Yeah, so that's what my biggest problem with it is. I don't really like the idea of monopolization. I like there being options available to people.
Right.
And if this goes through, then the biggest competitor to YouTube, in my opinion,
it's gonna be like Blip TV or something.
Yeah.
After this, it's probably gonna be Blip.
Yeah, and then you'll start getting knocked down. Then there'll be Vimeo. It'll be like, what's next?
Yeah, but that's just how things work. If you're the best thing, you're gonna knock the other things out. I mean, it's not a bad idea. That's just how business works. If a company feels that if they take Twitch, so if Google feels that they take Twitch and incorporate it with YouTube, the only reason why they're doing that because they know it's going to benefit their market. Meaning, if they're trying to benefit the market, it's going to appeal to us because we are the market. That's what they're trying to do. Sure, they've done a lot of things in the past on YouTube that haven't been appealing to a lot of people.
Past.
Yeah,
they're doing that shit now.
Do you realize past deals with yesterday and the day before? So past,
like 1 minute.
Oh, you just got served.
Yeah. So yeah.
And like 1 second ago.
Yeah, that was what I just said was the past.
Yeah,
Okay. So what they've done in the past, a lot of things have not appealed to them, to the market. Now, what the thing is that that's the one concern for a lot of people. It's like, well, they've kind of screwed things up. I mean, Google Plus sucks. When they tried to force it down our throats on YouTube sucks. But I've kind of grown on it, like everything else. I mean, every time Facebook changes its layout, everyone freaks out about it. But then in like a couple months, when they do another update, they're like, well, I want it back the way it was, even though a month or two before that, they didn't like how it was. That's just how life is. You get used to it, and then you grow with it, and then it's just how it works. So
I don't have a problem with the stuff you mentioned. I'm just not happy about the way they deal with their copyright infringement. That's why I'm mostly worried about this. because some people, they live on YouTube. Their job is YouTube.
Yeah.
And they have like a separate backup plan. So, for example, I'm thinking of Video Games Awesome. They live on YouTube. They have Twitch as their backup plan. And because of this possible join, the main person has to look for another way to make money, like a backup plan, because he plays a lot of Nintendo games. He doesn't get to make the revenue from Nintendo games because of their copyright infringement and how Nintendo is so stern about it. They don't want anyone else making money off of their content.
Well, there's the thing, is that they do it on Twitch, right? They
play
live stream
Nintendo on Twitch.
right?
They upload their
videos to
YouTube after.
So they get their money from Twitch, from the streaming, and all of the money that they make on YouTube on their Nintendo games through the ads and through just the partnership deal that they have, that's going directly to Nintendo because those videos are instantly getting flagged for having Nintendo stuff in it. And it's automatically flagged by a bot because that's YouTube right now.
I also feel that none of this could be true because right now, as I think we all remember, or I haven't seen anything different, but this is just a rumor right now. We have nothing set in stone about any of this deal. We don't know if they're going to enforce any of their stuff. They don't know if they're even going to buy this company. So
the only worry is they have asked for confirmation from both parties, and both parties have not said. They didn't say this is a rumor. They refuse to comment.
Well, yeah, you would
like
say you're the head of an oil company, right? Oh, yeah. You're not gonna give out information on a big merger that you're doing. Like you're not just gonna give that out. That gives away information to competition. That gives away information to the public that you don't maybe you don't want it out there.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just worried that it's true.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
At the very least, it's probably like just under consideration. Like maybe the deal was brought forward. They're still deliberating whether this is something they should do. And the idea of 1 billion, for me, I get kind of the vibe that YouTube's kind of scared of Twitch.
Yeah.
Because Twitch is starting to gain in popularity. Yeah. I mean, they could have just introduced a streaming service of their own.
You know,
but they're going to try and buy out the competition, and they have the money. They threw out such a ridiculously high number, $1 billion. That's super villain levels of like.
I mean, it's still a pretty penny in terms of corporations of that.
Yeah, if you're dealing with big business with like YouTube, and Google. I mean, freaking Google. That's just little money. I mean,
it's not
for what they're trying to when you put into perspective, Adam. When you use that $1 billion, okay, you're taking out the competition. If you take out the competition, you're already increasing in your revenue. I mean, your money flow is going to increase because the competition's gone, and that's what's crazy. That's what's scaring people like John, because it's wiping out.
People like me.
It's not scaring me. I'm just getting angry. Yeah, you're giving away $1 billion to make more money, but yet you still have that $1 billion. Live with the $1 billion. Leave the other people alone. I like those people.
Yeah, but if
that's the other thing about this. It isn't like they ramped up to $1 billion. It's not like It doesn't sound like Twitch.
$1 billion.
It's like the first offer on the table is $1 billion. It's not like we'll give you 20,000. He's like, no, that's not enough. And they slowly work their way up to like, okay, how about $1 billion? This seems like suits going in, suitcase open up, $1 billion, take it or leave it.
I mean, Twitch could always deny it. Like they could always just be like, we're gonna do our own thing.
That's where morals come in. I mean, that's what comes down to in big business. It's like all those companies that have been bought out in the past, they had a decision. Hey, do we want to sell this company and make that money right off the bat? $1 billion coming to a smaller grade thing like Twitch, that's a lot of money, and they could do something bigger with that. I mean. Yeah. That's where it comes down to. Like if I were to if anyone,
the twitching,
if someone had a small business, that's where it comes down to. Do you have a passion for what you have, or do you want the passion for money? I mean, if you have it's a passion for what you love, or what. I mean, it's just that's the big battle here. I mean, the owners of Twitch can say, "Well, I love what we've been doing by ourselves. I love the streaming. I love the people that we have. I love our community. I don't want to get rid of it." And that's what it's going to come down to: is if, hey, I want $1 billion, or I love what we have.
Yeah, it all comes down to whether or not Twitch is a bunch of greedy fucks.
There's also a third possibility we might not be considering. If YouTube is so bent that they're going to spend $1 billion to buy them out, who's to say they won't try and crush the smaller competition that is Twitch? Maybe they're going to try and find a way, one way or another, to get rid of that competition that we're not thinking of or we don't know about.
Break his leg,
so
Vinny.
That instant $1 billion can mean two things. Either one, YouTube is scared, or two, YouTube is so confident and they are threatening Twitch. Be like, either you can go out quietly, take this $1 billion, or two, they're going to be
You're
like...
going to end up in the river.
Or...
Oh my god. I figured it out. Okay?
What?
Okay. Twitch and YouTube have not said anything yet because Facebook also threw in a deal for $1 billion.
Whoa!
What?
Well,
I'm
Facebook
just
did buy the
random
Oculus,
speculation.
so...
Random speculation.
What is Facebook doing right now?
Facebook is...
What are you doing, Zuckerberg?
They are becoming a
We
game
want to
company.
know! Alright, here, I'm gonna ask this question. Just maybe to cap off the topic. Your Twitch, YouTube comes in with their suits and their briefcase full of $1 billion.
Yes.
Would you take it?
No.
Tyler?
No.
Why?
Because if I created that business from the ground up, I'd have a passion for it. $1 billion means nothing. If you're already making money off it and you are comfortable and happy with everything and everyone's happy, why take the money? That's just me. I mean, if you are happy in your position, why take more money? I mean, and it's just me.
Adam?
If I know that YouTube is going to go through with my dream and work on what I have created and not fuck it up with their IP infringement, yes, I'm butthurt about that, I don't care, then I probably would.
So you would do it if there was
if there was a guarantee
like a document
that they will not fuck up all the years that I have put into it, yes, I will take $1 billion.
Chico?
No, I would ask for more.
Actually, that's kind of a smart idea.
I would milk
enough.
YouTube for all they're worth.
Well, no, that's what you do.
I want YouTube for Twitch.
Trade me.
Trade Z's, no trade back.
Oh boy.
And me, it would probably take several sleepless nights of drinking coffee in a kitchen with one light on and me going I have 5 o'clock shadow.
No,
but I would probably say no.
In that case, you got rum or brandy.
I'm gonna give you my final point.
I'm
gonna tell you exactly why I said no. Because not because of the passion thing. It's that if YouTube is scared, why sell a company that's threatening YouTube? I mean, if your company's got the power to threaten them, and you're rising in popularity, you keep your company, because if it can keep rising and rising and rising and make a huge competition for YouTube,
you could make more than $1 billion.
You can make more than $1 billion. That's when you got a patient.
That's also where the threat thing could come in. Who knows what Google has?
Adam, what the hell is YouTube going to do? They can't say.
What the hell is Google going to do? We
don't
know.
They know where they live.
They can't. They can't just be like, "Well, I'm just going to kill you." I mean, it's all contract.
They can't kill you.
I'm not saying.
Who knows? They might be able to kill him.
Their hitmen can.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's.
It's not just that people.
That's just a really unrealistic. That's just an unrealistic claim. That's just unrealistic.
It's not as unrealistic as you could think.
When have you seen a company? Yes, but when have you seen a company take out another company without buying? If YouTube were to implement a live streaming thing on their own that was better than Twitch, then that is a fair and reasonable competition that can take out Twitch. That is the only way they can take them out without buying them out, unless they freaking hire hitmen, like we just said.
Hire hitmen, or they get lawyers in there.
I do have an example of a company that is bought out without buying out: China and America. I mean, come on now.
Okay, that's
China's not a company; it's a government.
Exactly.
Technically, America is a capitalistic society.
We
are built on business.
True.
The president is a CEO of America.
He's right.
So
He's right.
technically, China did buy us out without buying us out.
Oh, wait, isn't the head of China referred to as a chairman?
Yes.
Ah.
Can't see that. Anyway, next topic.
So that was a great.
Let's move on with that after our paranoia and fear that Google's gonna kill us all.
I'm not saying killing, just
new
like...
Zelda title.
I have not looked into this, but I'm excited.
Tyler,
because it's
tell
Zelda.
us about it.
I will tell you. All right. So, who here loves Zelda? Okay, that was great. That's a great raise of hands. This is what they're trying. Nintendo's planning and has been in development of this before Skyward Sword. So they've been developing this game before the past Zelda. What they're trying to do is think Skyrim, but with Zelda. So they're trying to create an MMO, like an RPG, but not an MMO, but an RPG where you're leveling up Link. I mean, you're leveling up. You give him skill. You give him bonuses to all his abilities, and it's more of an open world. And they're trying to create it more like HD, like just a really beautifully open world. And with this, that's what's great about. I think what's going to be great about it is Skyrim has a great story. Don't get me wrong, but Zelda has this really enriched fan base and story that everyone loves. If you open that to an open world fantasy, people's minds are going to be blown. It's just...
So I can fuss do raw a pot in someone's house and get myself a rupee.
No. So
Give me a couple rupees.
what do you guys? Would you guys be excited for that, or?
I don't know if I'd be excited about the RPG thing, but the big open world makes me really excited.
Zelda that had an open world though.
Well, like, I just looked at a quick thing. It's going to be a bigger open world than Wind Waker. That had a pretty big open world, albeit the world was sea. It's still pretty big.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really big. But the thing is, they're not clear about the whole like leveling up system yet. That's just kind of what they've been playing around with ideas. But I think with the open world, and I think it'd be cool because Zelda's always been. Nintendo always does this. It's a level-based story design. So it's like you have the 8 temples usually, or if it was Majora's Mask, where it's kind of complicated. But it's a set stone path, and you have to just get through it. Where leveling up and stuff like that requires you to tough it out, get to a certain level, so you can defeat that, and maybe switch around, go somewhere else. And that's why RPGs like that can make things complicated. But if you combine both the really beautiful story of Zelda and that style of game, I think it could do very well. Plus, it could draw different types of gamers to Nintendo. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Like me.
That's why I'm excited.
I'm the other guy.
I play Call of Duty. I want an RPG. Zelda!
I'm a bro.
What's up, bro?
The only thing I'm skeptical about is the leveling system. Like, I would definitely want to hear more about that.
Yeah, well,
I made any decisions.
Maybe they'll do something.
That's what I'm saying. That's the stuff. That's just rumors going around about that. But I mean, even if it was simply like stuff like, well, you can have a longer like your grappling hook, like go farther, or simple like little buffs to your stuff, like your sword could do a certain amount of damage. Not so like if you find these certain amount of things, or you could just implement kind of more of a toughing it out, like increasing your ability to beat things throughout the game would make the game even more playable, like to play even longer. I mean, Zelda games are already fun enough as it is, and you could put so many hours into it. And if you put that into there, it could make it even better. So it's just, I don't know.
Then you can get into an argument about, do you want a game to be longer for its beautiful story and its actual gameplay, or for grounding for hours on end?
Yeah, but that's
the thing. The best levels.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, I could give. I mean, Skyrim, there wasn't a lot of grinding. You go through the story and you naturally level up. That's just how it is.
Best thing about Skyrim is if you ever start a new character, I don't know who has it still, but if you ever start a new character, don't go right when you get out of that cave, go left. And never go to that first town. Never do anything the same ever again.
Yeah, I've done it. It's the best decision I ever made to go left.
Yeah.
Just imagine, for that entire game, the gravity of everything that could happen from then on.
Right
or left.
Yeah. And that's basically what it came down to, because you opened up a whole different you opened up a whole different game, pretty much. But Yeah, it'll. I hope it'll be promising.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's all we can do is hope.
We'll probably have to keep touch on this. I want to bring up something that I got kind of reminded of. We were talking about this, Tyler, when we were playing Smash Brothers at his house, and it was Brawl, right?
Yes.
Brawl, right?
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me?
This was after you were gone forever.
Wow, forever.
But we were playing it, and I just was like, got the idea of like, what if they made an RPG that was like a Smash Brothers RPG? Like you had all the characters from all the different Nintendo titles in RPG.
Well,
like
they had
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you level up in that like side to side battle.
Oh, no, put in this. Imagine going throughout Mushroom Kingdom and like say like all like the stuff from Mario Sunshine, all those places, and you combine that entire universe of Nintendo.
Yeah, like
into one big area.
I don't know how they would write the story for it. If I was gonna write it, would be heavily fourth wall breaking, but I think that would be like a really interesting concept, like all of them together in one universe.
Well,
imagine a Nintendo MMO. That's basically what John's trying to say.
Well, I was gonna say they technically did that in Smash Bros. If you ever played the story, Tyler.
Yeah.
No.
I meant as like a non-fighting.
No, he's talking about open world.
Like in general. Oh, that'd be interesting.
I'm saying like
I'm not necessarily saying MMO, but something like relatively open world.
Hold on, like here,
like
I can help you. I can help you, John. I can give your point across. Just you haven't played a lot of those. Imagine. So say you had the race. So say you wanted to be a toad. Okay. So you have this toad, and you could be what kind of toad you want, and you start out as a toad. And that'd be the story. You do things toads do, and you kind of. That's how it works. Or you could be. You could be a
Goomba and just have a sad life.
Yeah, you could be. It'd be so.
Calm down.
But no, like it'd just be cool. Like have different perspectives of all the characters.
You
Both
say that,
ideas would be cool.
and I think about the game that Cartoon Network did.
What?
Oh, what was it, Fusion Fall?
Yes, Fusion Fall.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what.
If I wasn't addicted to WoW at the time, I would have played the hell out of Fusion Fall. Because that seemed like so much fun. If I had a decent computer, too. That game looked like
Tyler,
crazy fun.
What do you think? You think it'd be cool?
Either option. Either like the race version or just like the storyline with the characters.
I don't know. I'm not too heavily into Nintendo. I mean, I played it a bunch as a kid. Like I played Mario Party, all that stuff, but like I never got into like Smash Bros. But I mean, it'd be interesting to see, all the characters in one universe. So.
What they did here? Let's put it in your terms. What if they did it with PlayStation? Not their PlayStation All Stars Battle thing, but a game with shared universe between all of them. You could be Parappa the Rappa.
I mean, basically,
your dream.
That would never happen in a million years, but.
I mean, yeah,
Ratchet would beat
Parappa.
the shit out of Solid Snake with his wrench.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting concept. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just a cool thought.
Sony
to
doesn't
me, it's
have
a myth,
as many iconic characters as Nintendo does.
That's a lie.
I would be Spyro.
That is a
after
lie.
Parappa, I would be Spyro.
Are you sure? I can't. Maybe because I was a Nintendo kid. I can't think of many other than Solid Snake and Spyro and Ratchet.
Parappa.
And Parappa and let me just look at my games real quick.
Sack.
Well, I don't have any of my PS3 games. Anyway,
Sack,
never mind.
Yo. You guys
Yeah.
are the sack.
Yeah.
So on to the next topic.
Yeah, let's move on. New Battlefield title, Chico.
Oh yeah, new Battlefield
finally,
title.
my topic.
So yeah, Battlefield. Well, DICE is developing a new Battlefield title. It's called Battlefield Hardline. I just looked this up on Kotaku. They're ditching the global warfare idea, and they're moving more towards local police. Well, not local police, but like SWAT and major police like that. It's being developed by Visceral Games, who developed what was it? The Dead Space series. Yeah. I hope that campaign will be amazing because Dead Space was amazing. The whole series was amazing. So
they just had both 2 and 3 in one, like on sale for like $5 in Steam.
yeah, I got Dead Space 1 for free.
I love how I just did.
Yeah.
I love how I just did 2, 3, and 1. I didn't do 1, 2, and 3.
2, 3, 1. My favorite order of them.
But yeah, I mean, there's a link down below of pictures from it, and I mean, there's not much about it right now because it's like just coming out. I mean, there'll probably be something at E3, I hope, because it looks amazing already. But from what I've seen, yeah.
I think this is going to be a really big E3 because of all the game potentials, because of all the new consoles, and they're going to have a bunch of
E4.
Yeah.
E4.
E3 is gonna be big.
E3 phone home.
Let's see if Microsoft fucks it up again.
They probably will. Well, Halo, what? Halo 5 now? Or
Yeah,
Halo
Halo 5.
26.
It's like 17 now. Yeah, whatever. But
Wait. I want to just quickly go back to the other thing. Imagine the Microsoft, like the Xbox RPG of all their top characters.
So Master Chief.
Master Chief, Banjo, because they bought out Rare, so they could add all those characters. Banjo, Conquer.
Oh, they bought out Conquer?
They bought out Rare.
Oh, they bought out Rare.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
happened a long time ago.
Okay, actually, that actually might start to be cool. That's
But
actually
it
starts to
technically
be good.
is.
I was just thinking like
Microsoft.
Master Chief.
Yeah, just Master Chief.
Yeah.
It would just be Halo. Halo
else?
5.
No,
It
what's
would-
his name?
we'll have some
Kane.
connectimals.
Yes, the Connectimals would have to be the Connectimals.
Connectables and Max
We'll
Payne.
add some Connect Fun Lab things in there.
Yeah.
Hooray.
I want to get the bobblehead maker and be him.
So yeah, Battlefield. Yeah.
I haven't played. I don't have a PlayStation.
I kind of like the idea of that, though. I mean, the whole limiting it down to the SWAT.
Yeah,
That's why
it looks
interesting.
cool.
They could be a lot more story driven than others. So
Wait, did I watch you play Battlefield 4, Chico?
I was streaming it a while ago. Yeah.
No, when I was at your
Oh
house,
yes.
I think.
Yes.
Oh, that game looked like so much fun.
I have a gripe to pick with Battlefield 4 because the storyline was
Business.
not really that good.
Yeah, a lot of things that I have heard about it. Like
It
complaints
just-
Todd's
basically
storyline?
been
It didn't deliver as much as other Battlefield games did. This one
like
didn't.
Diablo. Oh, did I just say that?
Looks like they didn't drop the love and care package.
at least
Yeah.
ZD's not. If ZD was in this,
He would
have.
freak out over that.
Diablo did have a good. Diablo 3 was.
He's gonna
Yeah.
angrily comment.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Diablo 3.
Yeah.
CD's just like, oh my god, the story is amazing.
I enjoyed it when
I'm
it came
playing
out.
it just for the story.
Well, then you're playing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly.
So,
Totally epic, bro.
John, what else we got here?
Alright, Chico, you said something about PS4 overview?
Ooh, yes.
Over
Okay.
there. What the hell is that?
So,
what is a PS4?
Really? Really?
What is a PS4? And what is it the derivative of?
It's a PlayStation 4.
wait,
It's a derivative of the PS3.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
that topic.
wait. I want to say what the PS4 is. PS4 is the slayer and the savior of Microsoft. For Microsoft, yes. Hey, makes sense. It's
So,
the slayer because PS4 is amazing, and it's a savior because now they're changing shit.
what are they?
Thank you. Thank you. You win.
I'll talk
worthy.
about it after.
Yeah,
you
we'll
talk
get to
about
that
them.
after. But it's been 6 months since PS4 has been out. Mostly,
So how's it
it's
doing?
it's doing really well.
That's great.
The main.
That's so great.
God damn it!
That's swell.
Keep up the good work.
Hold on, let me just. Well, let me just interrupt this beautiful podcast with.
That's PC.
Please
Sorry,
have
it-
me some chicken.
Sorry, continue.
But basically, the main gripe that people are having is, there is no games.
Yeah,
I
no
disagree.
Well, where'd they go?
I disagree because there is a huge indie market on the PS4.
Yes. I love you. Yes.
I mean, you could go check out my Let's Play.
Indiegasm.
It'll
You
be
know what?
somewhere.
Yes, this guy.
This guy.
This guy.
And then Microsoft's over here like.
They're evil.
They did have a good indie market at one time. I'm not sure how the Xbox One indie market is.
Yeah, but a lot of the Xbox Arcade is just like flyover country. When I look at the Xbox Arcade market, most of them look like crappy games.
They look like arcade games.
For example, one game that was on the PS4 that was really good for indie was Contrast. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah, my brother. It was one of the original indie games that came with the system. My brother got it, and what it's really cool. It's a platformer, but it's also an open world platform. So what you're doing is you go into walls and become a shadow, and you have to try and get through the platforms with their shadows. But it's also a puzzle game as well. So you have to. It's really cool. It's a really cool idea for a game, and I think that's why PlayStation's really going to win the race for the console war. Is because of the indie games. And
they've been doing this on the PS3. Sound Shapes for PS3 was such an interesting game. It was like a rhythm. It was a rhythm platformer.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. And it even had Beck, yo.
Oh yeah.
Beck.
Another
Dead Mouse was too.
What was that one shooter game that you showed me on the PS4?
Mercenary Kings.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
No, the ship.
Shooter. Resogun.
Resogun, that game was fun.
Yeah,
that's another one that's really cool. But that one, I don't think that's indie. That's
it's indie, I think.
Is it indie? Okay.
Yeah, it was free on PlayStation Plus, so I just bought it.
I think the reason people are saying there aren't any games because it's the bro market talking. So they're just like, there are no games for this system. I haven't bought anything except for my $30 trial of my Metal Gear Solid.
So yeah, I mean, it may be lacking some AAAs. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because people have been focusing on the PS3.
The main thing,
still,
the main thing is like to me anyway, the way I saw it was that PS4 and Xbox One were kind of rushed. Like when I forget whoever announced first, but whatever company announced first. It forced
Nintendo.
Okay, so Nintendo announced
Wii U.
Nintendo announced Wii U. So I think it just kind of put Microsoft and Sony into this. Oh my God, we have to release a new console right now.
Wii U's gonna kick our ass. We gotta get something out.
Well, the thing is, the Wii kicked their asses so bad that they're just like, oh shit, what's this gonna do? We have to push production just in case.
Well, here, this is what's gonna happen though. Is that Wii's actually this is happening? Is that right now, Wii. Just Nintendo in general is now starting to release like a lot of their games that might be console savers are coming out right now, like in this season right now, right around E3. That's the only way it's going to save them. But they had a bunch of good titles that have come out, and that was the only thing really going for Nintendo because Xbox One and PS4
been down a lot.
Yeah, but Xbox One and PS4 when it came out, it didn't have many games, but Nintendo still has a good variety right now. For the Wii U, it's got a good enough variety for people that still love Nintendo. Like my brother, for example, he has a Wii U, and he's completely satisfied with it. He loves what he's got. I mean, there's a lot of good titles on there that have really entertained him, and he still likes to play. I mean, even the stuff like
it's not like he owns a Virtual Boy.
Yeah, but no, what Nintendo did a really good job at, in my opinion, was like what they've always done a good job at is like when you get a game, when you get a console, they have good base games to start out with that last a long time. Like for example, like when the Wii came out, Wii Sports was the most like it was like one of the top things to bought, and it was still played for a long time because it was a good base game and a good introductory game to the system.
What was the base game for PS4?
Ghosts, I believe.
Yeah, that's not even a console exclusive.
Console exclusive, I believe, was it Rayman Origins?
No, all.
Origins was PC and.
Oh God.
Yeah, see, that's a problem. People can't think of console exclusive.
There's no.
What seems to be the thing, and it seems to repeat each time.
Knack. Yes.
Knack
was there
each time.
Exclusive.
YouTube.
But it seems that Wii's got good base games that last throughout the entire console's life. Xbox has got good base games, but they're not so good late in the run. And PlayStation isn't good at base games, but they usually end up being the system everyone wants near the end.
Yes.
Like the Xbox.
Because they end up getting stuff. Because Little Big Planet wasn't a release title for PS3, right?
No.
No.
That came along later. So at the time, people were like, "There's no games for this system."
Yeah.
And then that came out, and they're like, "Well, damn, we need to get us a PS3."
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the PS4 has been handled a lot better than the PS3 when it first started.
Definitely.
A lot better. That's why PS4 is doing so well, and it's the most purchased console over the Xbox One. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what we got there. Well, anything else?
Is Killzone console exclusive?
Killzone was console exclusive.
Yeah.
Killzone.
I knew there was something, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah. But Sony, Killzone, and Knack were the two that came out with PS4.
Xbox 360 or Xbox One was Rise, which wasn't that good of a game.
Rise was decent.
Pretty cool.
I enjoyed Rise.
It was a really quick game.
It looked
I
repetitive.
played it over at my friend Kevin's.
Well, any combo masher is repetitive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then there was Dead Rising 3. I mean, Dead Rising.
Nah.
Fun. Okay, no, that Dead Rising was crazy.
I was never a fan of Dead Rising.
It was
Exclamation point.
Did you play
I
through
almost
the
peed my face.
Metal Gear Solid trial yet, Chico?
I haven't touched it since I played it last.
It was so funny. You learn how to roll, and so he was rolling back and forth. He rolled close to the cliff, and then like this 5-minute cutscene of this patch flying out of his bag started, and then at the end of it, the patch just flew off the cliff.
So I jumped after it.
So he jumped after it. He died, and then he was just like,
oh god.
Please, there are children watching this.
yeah.
They're gonna get all bad nightmares. And
Well, that's if they're watching the video.
Oh, yeah.
everyone's gonna watch this video.
Oh,
Are you kidding
everybody.
me?
League and Dota. I mean, come on.
We
Who isn't
are
gonna
like
watch this?
10th most subscribed.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at these faces. Oh god. No,
So
stop
what's the next topic there, John?
Yeah, let's move onward. That was the PS4 overview, so it's doing good.
It's doing pretty
good.
good.
It's
Critics may
oh wait,
disagree,
no.
but-
Wait, before we go, the reason it is the killer and the savior of
You
Microsoft.
said that.
Yeah, your
I'm-
topic, Adam. We gotta go right ahead.
Well, I'm just saying it quick. It's the killer because PS4 is doing better, and it's the savior because their Kinect is now going to be optional.
Can I say something?
They changed one thing, and it was the camera that was optional.
No, Kinect was never optional.
Well, no, I'm saying it's optional now.
Well, yeah, that's actually a really big thing because that takes off like $100 off the price, or it should rather.
Can I say something really funny here?
Maybe.
Sure.
PS4 sales
funny.
compared to the... This is the PS4 sales compared to Xbox One.
It's over 9,000!
That's
alright.
$9,000. That
No,
doesn't sound very good.
over 9,000, so it could have been anything.
9,001.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a
We're
really
rolling
close
in the
race.
money.
I don't want to talk about it. I just wanted to make the joke, okay?
Okay,
Alright.
Okay.
What's
Alright.
next,
Next
You had your
topic.
little joke.
Next topic.
Next topic.
please?
Alright, so next thing, I want to talk about two quick things that happened. First off, the video that we did of Solar Freakin' Roadways. That Indiegogo campaign has met its goal and has actually gone above and beyond that goal. So they did a good job getting some crowdfunding for
All
that.
thanks to
all
us.
because of our
Yeah,
advertisement.
our video.
Our 200
But no, they're-
views are
Their
pushing that through.
campaign went well, so it looks like they're going to be able to do their project.
So
Also, another
freaking-
crowdfunding project, Josh Wise, who is a NASCAR driver, drives an underfunded car. A 16-year-old put together a Reddit campaign to fund him for one race to give him a chance to run with some of the top teams. They got sponsored by Dogecoin, which is cryptocurrency.
This is amazing.
So I'm gonna show the picture right now of what the car looked like at the race, and this is it. And it's got Doge all over it.
Such car, much fast.
Much fast.
Very
Such
Doge.
zoom.
Yep. And it was so successful, they are going to continue sponsoring them for select races throughout the year. They're going to be at Talladega next for the next Talladega race, which is October. I think they actually got sponsorship from iRacing and Reddit again for this upcoming race at Dover.
It's pretty.
So the big question here is, with crowdfunding, do you think this is going to be the future of how projects get done?
It's gonna be a big factor in how projects are done. Like even like bigger businesses are probably gonna start asking for some crowdfunding. Like a game Chico and I play, War Machine. They recently had a crowdfunding thing for a video game that they want to make, and because of the big player they are making, like the player base of the miniatures game was so big that even though the company is still kind of big and they probably could have still made the video game, it just would have taken longer. They got 287% funded.
Wow.
And that was like in the first couple weeks that happened. Like it like died
Like,
down.
they didn't even
really
get
hard.
to the end of it
No,
by the time they got that?
2 days they were already funded.
Oh, wow.
That's how
Yeah, it was-
big the player base is.
I agree here with everything he's saying, because it opens up, like, crowdfunding opens up a whole different market to everybody. I know a local band that I went to school with. They're using
Title drop their names, yo.
Falling from
Yeah.
One. I'll put a link in the below.
Yeah.
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 They're using
Probably should put a link
Kickstarter.
Tactics and
Oh yeah, we could do that.
We'll link it all.
But yeah, they're using
DC's
Kickstarter
Pottery.
to fund their album, like their first album. So that's really cool. I mean, it opens up a whole new market for everybody to fund whatever they want. So yeah.
Yeah, I think crowdfunding really helps the little guy out. Like, Solar freaking Roadways is a couple in Idaho.
Yeah.
And like the derpiest.
Is it
state.
Jay?
I'm gonna ask him.
Chain Attack Jay.
That's
Yeah,
what
we know.
that's what they're starting it. Yeah.
Yeah, he
and
knows in Idaho.
Actually, there were a couple people that do a podcast about this game that use crowdfunding to be able to go to conventions that they otherwise wouldn't have been able to go to,
Yeah.
and give commentary on finals. So it's a really good thing.
I could tell you one big thing that what this has been doing to the market for games is example is that it's bringing the indie market to a very popular demand. Like, there's more independent games, which makes more variety of games. That's what it's allowing people to do. So, like, people like me and John, we want to make a video game, and it gives us more.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. We're still working on it. I'm on the art phase.
Gives people that don't have the money right away to have an opportunity to attempt to. I mean, you have to get some people that want to contribute first, but it still gives an opportunity for a lot of different people and anybody to really show their ideas, and it kind of broadcasts it everywhere. I mean, it gives you it literally brings your idea somewhere, and if someone likes it, you'll be like, wow, my idea is actually pretty good. Some people like it, and it just gives more variety to a lot of things, not just video games.
Yeah, I mean, with all these different groups, I mean, that couple in Idaho, like, what's the
He
chance
said
of them...
that they don't have solar frickin' roadways, by the way. He said no.
Well, no, they haven't done it yet, Adam,
No.
because
Well,
It said
they
but it meant no. Oh god, the way.
I mean, they haven't even finished the campaign yet.
Yeah, they
it ends at the end of the month.
they're first. What they're doing with the campaign is they're first going to start out with a parking lot.
Okay.
They have to
They
have to
have
take the money they got and use it, Adam. They can't.
Yeah,
Well,
they got-
you said it was in Idaho,
and
so I asked.
immediately we're all like, you just walk
All the
outside tomorrow,
roads.
there's just a solar roadway.
Even the potato farms have solar frickin' roadways.
That race car driver, Josh Wise, he's on this rinky-dink team, which they're out there every week, but
Yeah.
no one would, not many people would like go out of their way and say, oh yeah, that's who I'm going to put my money behind. The guy running in 38th place. I mean, he would not be able to get that kind of exposure, and because of this campaign, he's got a lot of he's like he's like the big ish on the internet now.
Yeah.
And he didn't even use Reddit before they had all this. Video Games Awesome with their Turbo Club. That
Yeah.
helps them out a bit. It helps them get like to conventions and whatnot.
Penny Arcade with their Child's Play funding. They
They
get
play with children? That's wrong.
they play
Play
video
video
games with children. Every year they have a Child's
Getting away
Play
from
charity
pedophilia.
to give children who have cancer or whatever. It gives them a chance to have a normal life and play video games.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of these crowdfunding things going forward. It also gives you a direct market. Like, this is what the people want.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't like a boardroom got together and said, well, we're gonna fund this because we.
Price.
Completely threw everything.
Kickstarter now and see what they have for sale.
Wow, someone wants money for their erotica novel. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Only $5 to get a whole copy?
What?
$30 and I get a whip.
$40 to get a page
Strong
covered in
female protagonist, book 1.
Oh.
That's on the
so it's true.
popular.
I'm a proud black woman. I need no man.
Here, we'll link that. We'll
That
link
girl
that.
was actually white.
Proud black woman?
No, she was white.
So we're kind of getting off.
But yeah, as I was
Just a little
saying.
bit, but it's alright.
Yeah,
It's
as I was saying, it isn't like a boardroom saying, well, we did some market research and we think this is what the people would like. Alright, let's put it out there.
Market research.
Get the suits with their briefcase. This is what we think the people
$1
like.
billion.
$1 billion. Thank you.
Wait, what was the name of that band, Chico?
Falling from one.
Wow, Kickstarter knows
Sounds
my
so
city,
emo.
and that's one of their things. It's like the first one.
Did they get funded?
Wow, Kickstarter
Did they get
knows
funded?
all of your stuff.
No, they are about 800 away with 11 days left.
That's not bad,
Someone help
though.
him out.
Okay, we are going to push this video out, and everyone who watches this, please fund them.
Yeah, that would be
It's
great.
only
I mean,
$800
they would love
away.
it. They would love it.
Yeah, do it for him, man. Yeah.
Give him some
Do
scratch.
it. Do it
maybe
now.
Some dough.
Yeah.
Do it now.
We'll find you.
And we will say hi to you.
You don't want us to find you.
We will,
We
all
will give
hug
you a handshake.
We will never leave you alone.
We'll hug you and then say goodbye.
And maybe lick your face like a puppy.
On that note, anything else on crowdfunding?
I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, let's move on to our final topic.
Is it our
And
final?
this was an Adam topic. Why Mountain Dew is the drink of gaming. Go get some Baja Blast.
Sponsor.
Sponsored by
I mean-
Mountain Dew. Do the do.
I mean, if
All right, I just want to ask beforehand, before we get any deliberation here, opinions on Mountain Dew.
Amazing.
So raise your hand if you like all Mountain Dew products. Okay.
What?
Raise your hand if
What do you not like?
Kickstart
The
is
only thing I like is voltage. I hate all Mountain Dew. I've tried Mountain Dew. It just tastes like piss.
Remember, guys, he's not a real gamer, so we're just gonna.
That's true.
That's why he doesn't like Mountain Dew.
That's true.
I like cream soda.
Cream soda is pretty good though.
I love
Yeah,
cream soda, but Mountain Dew.
I just had Mugs cream soda.
They have
and that was
cream soda?
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yo,
They
dude.
do.
I
Go
didn't
get
know
it.
that. I've always had A&W cream soda.
Yeah, I love A&W too. But yeah, the Mugs one was pretty good.
So, yeah.
Had some earlier today. Had it with a hamburger.
That sounds pretty good to
Basically,
me.
what started this was
Pickles and some ketchup.
Baja Blast is in bottle form. Everyone knows Baja Blast. It's from Taco Bell.
And the company is using an app to gain popularity.
Yeah.
Even though they
Yep.
don't need it. So.
Yeah. But it's for a limited
Baja
time
Blast.
only, and that also got me to think, well, like, all of the limited time Mountain Dews are, like, amazing. Like, Baja Blast and Game Fuel. If you ever had that during the Halo stuff, those are
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
They were pretty good. They were.
But also, all the like the Code Red, the Livewire, the Voltage, those were all limited edition too,
At a
and they
certain-
have come back. So
Well, if they're really in popular demand, they're gonna
Mhm.
make it so that everyone can get it year round. I mean, some things are meant to be limited to time, like
Like Game
for
Fuel.
example, McDonald's with
Pepsi Classic.
with their Shamrock shakes. I mean, Shamrock shakes are just amazing. And
But if
unless
they had them,
If they had them year round, that would
people
be
would be
amazing.
sick of them. Well,
No.
I think people get.
it's
I don't
the
know.
mint. I think it's the mint that like it does something to your head. Like if you have so much of it after such a continuous time, you're just like.
I think it's anything. I mean, yeah, I think that's just anything. If you have something too much, you just get bored of it. That's just how it is.
But I mean,
You know, doesn't Retro Pepsi come out like during the summer usually?
Yeah.
I love yeah.
Throwback.
No, I just-
That's a throwback.
I just want to point something out. Every time John cuts Tyler off, he just makes a sad face. Like he's just like, John's gonna talk now.
No, Chico, I must have the spot.
but the thing is, like, you can get Baja Blast all year round, any day you want, at any Taco Bell.
But that means you have to go to Taco Bell.
But
Still,
Everyone
you-
want to go
It
to
is
the
there.
supermarket.
Literally,
Yeah.
it is there. Like, you can go and get it if you want. It does not matter. You do not have to
Honestly-
buy Taco Bell. You can just get Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Like-
Honestly, you get a better
the
deal
thing
since
is-
you get a taco with your.
there's
Exactly.
the convenience of the Baja Blast not being at Taco Bell. So you'll be like, I don't have to be fat and I still get a Baja Blast, which means I'm still kind of fat, but I'm less fat because I'm not eating frickin' Taco
Or-
Bell.
But
Or you don't have to be high.
Hey,
and
hey,
still
hey,
get a
hey!
Baja
Taco
Blast.
Bell is a very nutritional meal for everybody and everywhere.
they
You must
even
eat
have
it with your soul.
breakfast, so it must be
I
good.
eat Taco Bell
They have a
for breakfast.
waffle taco. Any of you guys have the waffle taco yet?
I get
No,
it.
I
I'll
haven't
have
been
it
to
not
Taco
tried
Bell
that.
since 10th grade. And even then I
Anyone
didn't.
want a
No,
waffle taco?
9th grade.
I want a homemade waffle taco.
Like the only time
Homemade
I
is
get
good.
Baja Blasts before this was when there were Taco Bell KFCs, which are amazing.
Which we have in Herkimer. Oh, shit, the patient. Boop!
People know, yeah, because everyone's gonna find out where you live.
What the?
yeah.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, you should have used that.
No!
That was
Damn it!
Damn it, Tyler.
Knowing my luck, they will find where I live, so.
Well, who's
You
gonna
live
care
in
where you live?
Herkimer, Montana.
Herkimer, Canada.
You're all gonna shut up. Get out of my. You're gonna go. Sorry,
It was so off that it was funny.
It's like when they do it on TV, they don't they bleep Jack instead of ass. So it's
Yeah,
like
I know.
bleep ass.
You
bad.
So yeah, Mountain
Jack
Dew,
wagon.
gamer fuel.
So,
Yeah,
so the big thing is, why is it the choice of game?
It's so
not.
delicious.
It's not. They just use that as an excuse.
Is it just
It's
because
just a marketing
they're the
gag.
ones that market?
Yeah,
Yes.
they market it as fuel for gamers.
They basically
So-
advertise game and gaming consoles on Mountain Dew products, and that's why it's just.
Like for,
Yeah.
I think it was the latest.
I mean, I wasn't sure if there's like something about the soda that appeals thing. Like if it had like I know a lot of gamers that like energy drinks because
Yeah.
I mean this
Oh, yeah.
gives them enough energy to play their video games.
I mean,
while
I
they sit
like-
around doing nothing.
I
It's
like
like-
Kickstart, so Kickstarter.
That's like Monster though. Monster is considered
Yeah.
game
There are
drink.
so many like other drinks that are better for gaming, like late night gaming, than Mountain Dew. They just
What would you recommend?
advertise it. Probably Monster. I mean, if you really need to stay up, Red Bull. Even though
I love Red Bull.
you crash so hard from Red Bull, though.
See, what you do, with me, is that you just be a person and just tough through it and just not.
Maybe drink some water.
Yeah, drink some water. Don't sleep.
Fruit
Poland
juices are pretty good
Springs.
too for energy.
Well, like,
Yeah.
well, there are
That's-
some. Yeah, there's some games that you need to like have your brain rushing. Like the only time I really drank
Sponsor.
energy drinks to stay awake was at TempleCon when I was playing in Midnight Madness. I limped back to the hotel room at 8 o'clock. My face was pale, and I'm just like, I need to.
Paler than usual.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Good night.
I was waiting, and John was like, "I have a joke."
I
I'm
have a
gonna
joke
say
I would
this
like to
joke, and then you do the
So-
thingy wingy.
So on that note,
the thingy wingy.
Yes.
we're done. Just kidding.
Oh yeah,
Are we
this
done?
is
We're pretty
Yeah,
much
I
I think
done,
that,
right?
apparently
Yeah.
that was
Unless we-
the last topic.
Yeah,
Oh,
unless
yeah.
you have anything else.
no.
I I do want to mention something quick. We've been mentioning Video Games Awesome a lot throughout this, and I want to just give a shout out to Kyle from that show.
Huinink.
He had a kid.
I forget her name.
Do a barrel roll.
I remember they were arguing about what the name shouldn't be.
No.
They
Fraser wanted it to be Skylar.
No, because Kyle loved the name Skylar.
Yeah,
and it
then
would have worked, and it had the word Kyle in it. And then he ended up doing something different, and then Fraser's just like, I'm just gonna call your kid Skylar.
Yeah. You guys should call me Skylar.
Screw you, Ben Dad.
Except it's Kyle.
Yeah, but she would still be upset with Ben. Or who knows what happened. It's Ben.
No. They said Kyle's child is going to love him, and Ben's child is going to hate him.
Yeah.
So on that note,
Kyle's a pretty cool dude.
So on that
Thanks
note,
for watching.
yeah.
So yeah, unless we got any other tiny little tidbits, anyone else?
we're good.
Total Biscuit has cancer.
Thanks.
Yeah. We'll end on the downer note.
I'm
Not
just
a low
laughing
note
at-
then. My
Total
condolences.
Biscuit, Total Biscuit does have cancer, and apparently it's in the colon. He says they interviewed him. They said he should be able to recover from this.
My condolences to him and his family. I hope everything works out well.
Yeah, same here. It's some pretty serious business with cancer, and
It is.
yeah, I mean, I wish him the best. I wish him
Godspeed.
the best.
So to end this episode of Central Nerdous System, we go out with a low note, and we're gonna say
and
good
with-
luck to everybody.
Depressing.
I could end it on a high note. Just a suggestion to everyone.
You want here?
Watch
We have
Attack on
time.
Titan. I just thought of it randomly. Watch it. It's amazing. You have no reason not to. No! No! It may be subbed right now on Netflix, but you will love it. Just don't read. It's not
Also-
that hard to read.
All right. See you guys.
See you guys.
See you guys next time on the Central Nerdous System. Peace out.
Bye bye.
All right, so this ends our podcast. All the links to what we were discussing is down below, plus the timetable, so you can just skip through it all. Continue discussion in the comments below. See you next time.